Guys, I had no choice but to stop what I was doing just so I could report this. So, anybody that comment down below and let me know, have you ever shopped here before? If you have shopped here before, comment down below and let us know what kind of hats you bought there and what have you bought there besides hats. But we got to talk about Liz, man, because they're getting on my nerves, man. I was just driving, right? And I was just going on my phone. I got a notification from the Liv Morgan story. And I have to hold on a second. Let me start over. Today, I have to shame Liz for what they have posted on their Instagram. Now, do you guys remember when I did a review on Liv and Dom's separate videos for the advertising for Liz? Well, they drop another video. And unfortunately, they drop another video, but this time with both of them advertising, because when they dropped the Liv Morgan one, Dom was just playing in the background and he only said one word. So, and everybody in the comment box were saying, why don't you do one with both of them? And they were spamming it up. And unfortunately, it worked because Liz dropped another video of them together, but it's behind the scenes. It's not really something advertised you put on television. It was just something to put on social media. So, you know, there's two things, right? There's the good news and there's the bad news. So the good news is this is not going to be on television. So you don't got to worry about this being on your TV screen. But the bad news is they're continuing to promote these two, not once, not twice, but 3 times. But actually, it's not 3 times, 2 times. And it's mainly because the first one, it didn't have much of Dom and only more of Liv. So they made the advertisement more for Liv Morgan than they did for Dom. Right. So they had to do another one. But this time it was like behind the scenes. But it looked like it was advertised, but it really wasn't, because you see the white screen in the background and Liv just sitting in the chair, not doing much, but just checking out shirts and whatnot. So they did another video and she dropped this in her Instagram story and she reposted it. And I just had to stop what I was doing just so I could report this, because you know how I feel about it. But since you guys are hyped up for this video, I mean, for you Liv and Dom bots online, I reposted it and I saved it on my phone for you guys. So here's a video of Liv and Dom checking out new shirts from, I don't know, from WWE.com or from Liz.com. But I don't know which site it is or where they're advertising these shirts. But here's the video.
So, what you got here?
Ooh, these are the new WWE John Geiger collaboration tees. What do you think?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, please.
They're not Liv Morgan shirts or like Judgment Day shirts, so I can't really
Well, shout out to Dom for mentioning the Judgment Day. And I do agree. I mean, they're not Liv Morgan shirts. I mean, I would definitely wonder why people don't buy Liv Morgan shirts, but they buy, his shirts. That's crazy that Dom is making more money than Liv Morgan, but I don't know what's going on with that. But that just lets you know that Dom makes more money off of merch than Liv Morgan, but she don't care. She got the Liv and Dom shirts, and that's all she cares about, which is don't make no sense to me, but okay.
I mean, this is technically my boss, so I can't really say too much on it, but I'm going to wait for the next collection, I guess.
Wait for the Liv Morgan Daddy Dom tees.
You see the difference, man? Like, Dom is mentioning Liv Morgan, the Judgment Day, and Liv Morgan is literally mentioning the Liv and Dom shirts. Nobody cares about those shirts. Even though some people, like a small amount of people are wearing those shirts, they're getting it off. They've already bought those shirts, Liv. They're not going to go back and go re-buy your shirts. Like, they've already bought it. And you two are not even the top merch, which is crazy to me because I kind of wanted Dom to be on that list, but Liv and Dom are not on the list. They're not the top 10. And you still talking about the Liv and Dom shirts. Liv, people already bought the shirts already, and they're not going to buy the new ones. Why are you still promoting it? It makes no sense. And she talking so fast. Why is she talking like Twister? Sound like a fucking rooster. Fucking play too much, man. This bitch talking fast, talking about... Shut up, all right? Slow down when you talk, All right? Nobody wants to hear you rap. She over here talking like she rapping. Cut it out, man. But, yeah. I mean, shout out to Dom for mentioning the Judgment Day. But I do agree with him. You know, they should sell, you know, her merch. But unfortunately, nobody's buying it. They're only buying his merch. And that's it. They're only buying his merch. And as for the Living Dom shirts, they already bought that already. Months ago. Last year. So I don't understand why she's still hyped around the IXO for that, but obviously she's just giving these bots online what they want to hear, and it's just like, okay, give them what they want to hear. Nobody's gonna buy it, but yeah, those shirts do look cool though. But other than that, it's like we all got those shirts already years ago, but whatever. Let's just end this shit.
I hope I don't see no Rey Mysterio stuff on it.
No.
The more I look at them, the more I'm... Do you like them?
Nope. Let's look at our new ones.
Okay. All right. Let's share our thoughts. First things first. I could sit here and say that this video was trash. I could sit here and say it was ass. I could sit here and say it was, you know, full of dog poop. I could say all that crap. But honestly, I have no opinion on it. You know, what you want me to say about it? I mean, it's just a video. Now, I will say this. The bottom line is this. Either way it goes, I don't think Liz care about what's going on in WWE. I think they only care about the money. And obviously, they're trying to make money off of this. And obviously, they're going to make money off of Instagram and Twitter or whatever social media account. But what I want to know is, are y'all even dropping this on YouTube? Because when I went on YouTube, I couldn't find nothing. So I see clips, but I don't see full videos, you know, of this advertising. So, again, the short clips is going to get the most views than the full videos. But, however, is that all we care about at this point? Is that all we care about? Is just clickbait? That's it? We don't care about the content. We don't care about the creativity. We don't care about the storyline. We don't care about none of this. I don't think, listen, regardless, Liz don't care about, you know, the storyline. They don't care about what these two are doing outside of work. All they care about is the money. And I guess they're trying to advertise the WWE shirts, and what a way to do it than to have Liv and Dom do it. But because they do shop there. You know, I didn't know Liv shopped there, but Dom seemed like he shopped there. Based off what I've seen. But I'm like, why not go to Champs? You know what I'm saying? Like I go to Champs, you know, sometimes. Well, I used to back in high school, but now it's like, you know, we got bills to pay. We're adults now. We got to get our bands up. We got to save our money in order for us to pay these bills that we got to deal with every week. And it just bothers me that you got to see these two, you know, advertise again when it's just like, okay, we've already seen the two clips. Why do we need to see another one? Oh, well, these are just for the bots online. Okay, but this don't seem like an advertisement. This seems like something just to drop in the recycling bin, and you just putting it out there in the public eye for the people that the bots online can say, oh my God, they're together. Oh my God. In this video, they look like they're more like associates and more like two people just hanging out than them looking like a couple, which is good for Marie because she don't need to see those two do anything like holding hands or whatever. So maybe now some of y'all could say that this might be a sign where Dom is going to step away from Liv, because it seems to me like Liv is still at that place where she wants to promote him instead of promoting herself. And that's no lead to a title shot. Now, Liv is going to attend at the Royal Rumble, and she's a most predicted winner. But the thing is, are we going to get a swerve where what we got. Like, remember, for example, John Cena. He was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. Guess who won? Jey Uso. And this happened in the United States. But what if they pull the same stunt in Saudi Arabia? Now, I talked to my homeboy Leo about this, and I told him from the jump that if they do that, then they're going to have to pay back, okay? You know Saudi Arabia, if they don't get their money, they're going to find a way, okay? Come get it back in blood, brr, brr, bitch, come get it back in blood, brr, brr, bitch, come get it back in blood. Like, dude, listen. If you think TKO are thugs, run into a motherfucker that look like Ben Laden and see if he won't fuck you up. But other than that, man, listen. TKO can't afford to have Liv Morgan lose. Okay, they want Liv Morgan to win, and if they don't win, listen, if they don't pull that stunt off, if they don't have Liv Morgan win, then it's a wrap. Like I said, if you gonna pull a swerve, then you might as well. You could have booked this in United States to where Liv Morgan could have came close, right? But why am I saying that? Because there's a rumor saying that Stephanie is in talks of having to face either Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch. Now, I don't know if it's for the title, but hopefully it's not for the title, and hopefully we can get somebody like Raquel win the belt, and then that way we can get Liv versus Raquel at WrestleMania 42. But the problem is, they didn't mention one time in this tweet that it was for the belt. So, it could be a rumor, but none of us, I think we all on the same side of the bet. We don't want Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch winning the belt at all, okay? Even Liv and Dom would agree that they don't want to see Becky and Rhea versus Stephanie Valkyrie. That's a fact. Come on now, you got to admit. But what I'm saying is, how many times are you guys going to continue to invest in these two, okay? It's obvious that Liv Morgan is going to get the biggest investment because she got this movie coming out next year, and I'm hoping that she'll become one of the biggest movie stars. But in order for her to do that, she got to do some more movies. Can't just do one movie and dip out. No, you got to do more. Okay. And Dom, he's good. He's got his aura. People look at him as Eddie Guerrero, well, until he cut his hair. But other than that, it's like he's going to have an opportunity to become one of the biggest superstars of all time. But in order for him to do that, he got to step away from the Judgment Day, including Liv Morgan. He can't be in the shadow, okay? He has to leave Liv Morgan. He has to leave the Judgment Day in order for him to get over. And until he does that, he's stuck. Because right now he got this explosion going on talking about, where's the Judgment Day? Why didn't it have my back when I lost against John Cena? Motherfucker, you told him to go in the back. You pushed them away. Okay? You pushed them away. And now all of a sudden, they didn't have your back and you're just going to put the blame on them. See, the people on the internet, they have Dominic Mysterio's back, but on the other side. They don't have his side when it comes to the Judgment Day because you pushed them away. So all of us, it's kind of like you throw them under the bus. Okay? Don't you realize what's going on right now with the Judgment Day? Or you do not care? Dom just mentioned the Judgment Day, and Liv Morgan didn't mention the Judgment Day one time. Now, some people will say that Liv is going to be the reason why Dom left the group. No, he needs to leave on his own. Okay? He's questioning everybody, talking about, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Dom, leave now. Next week, leave now. Okay? Leave next week. Next week, I want Finn Balor to kick you out and you walk. All right? Now, if you want to bring Roxanne, you want to bring Raquel, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But do it right. Because right now, this story is going backwards. And it's all because of you and Liv Morgan. Okay? You got Lemonhead in your mind, bro. But it's crazy because when we watch Monday Night Raw, you don't think about Liv Morgan. But all of a sudden, this video come out and Liz want people to think that Liv and Dom are thinking about each other. If anybody's thinking about Dom, it's Liv Morgan. Dom ain't thinking about Liv right now. He's thinking about how he's going to keep his AAA title. He's thinking about if he should leave the group or not. But he hasn't said anything about that. But I'm like, dude, Why don't next week you go to Finn Balor and say, you didn't have my back, bro. I quit. Why won't you say that shit? Why won't you say that shit? We don't want you to stay in the group, bro. We want you to leave. Everyone online been saying over and over again, leave the fucking group. Are you going to leave or are you going to stay? If I were you, I would leave. Okay, come on, Dom. We're at this point in time where we want you to get over with crowd even more. We want you to go after the world title. But the only way you can is if you step away from the group, step away from Liv Morgan, and go on your own. Okay? This video means nothing. Okay? I call it as it is. It's money grab. Okay? If y'all find this as a distraction, then y'all just too easily distracted. I was easily distracted. But the only reason why I had to report this, because I don't know. It just bothered me, man. It bothers my mind that they still promoting these two. And it's just like, when are we going to come to the conclusion for the Judgment Day storyline? People want this storyline to end. And the only way it can end is if you two break up. I'm sorry, but that's the only solution. That's the only solution to y'all problems. Y'all will have to break up. Rather you do it in peace, or you do it in drama, or you do it in blood. Either way it goes, man, you guys have no choice but to walk away. All right? There's no other way. You got to walk away. I'm sorry. All right? Liv and Dom cannot be together for this much long. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. 2026 is going to be the last year for Liv and Dom. I repeat, 2026 will be the last year for Liv and Dom. Liv is going to go after the Women's World title, and Dominic Mysterio, I don't know what he's going to do. I hope he make up with his spotter. I hope he work with Roxanne. I hope he do something besides fucking around with a blondie that looked like a lemonade bottle. Other than that, I don't want him hanging around with Liv Morgan, because why be around a woman that looked like a fucking yield sign knowing damn well she's not telling you to slow down? So it's just like, God damn it, man. Like, how many times I'm going to continue to make these videos about you two being together when the reality of it is you two are not supposed to be together, okay? This is not about you, Dom. This is about Finn, okay? Finn and Liv Morgan got beef. And the reason why they got beef is because they don't see eye to eye. Yes, we could go back and check and see that Finn Balor is jealous of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio's success. But other than that, this wouldn't have to be if Finn Balor would have went after gold as well. This would have been if you guys would have not just thought about yourselves and start thinking about the group. You did not do that. You were Liv was more focused on Dom and getting gold, and Dom was more focused on her at the time. But now that Dom won the Intercontinental Championship, he's not thinking about Liv Morgan. He's thinking about the two belts that he had around his waist, because he's now over with the crowd. He could speak now. He could go on the mic and cut a promo, and that promo he did with John Cena was fire. Okay, that was a 10 out of 10. Shout out to Dom for that. Shout out to Boston for that. Even though they were booing him, he still cut a promo, and we were able to hear him. So, yo, regardless if he lost against John Cena, it doesn't matter. He put on a great match with John Cena, and you got to give a round of applause for that, okay? And just to be nice, I'll give him a round of applause right now. Shout out to Dirty Dom. Shout out to Dom. Yeah. All right, Dommy. Yeah. Dommy. Yeah. Dommy. Dommy. Yeah, Dommy. Yeah. Dommy. That's what I'm talking about, Dommy. Yeah, Dommy. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's enough. But the point I'm trying to make is this. I said this before, and I'm going to say this again. The Judgment Day storyline will not end until Liv and Dom end. And that's a fact, blank, period. Okay? We know Liv Morgan does not love Dom. She's obsessed with Dom. Because she knows Dom is going to help her get over with the crowd. She knows that Dom is going to help her, get some gold. And it's just like, Liv, how many losses that you took before you got injured? When you came back from that movie set, how many dubs that you received since you came back? I can't remember one match that you won. You didn't win. You didn't win against Kairi Sane. You didn't win in that triple threat match with Steffi Valkyr and Ivy Nile. And you got injured against Kairi Sane again. So I don't remember a match that you have won since you came back. You want to know why? Because you were distracted. You were distracted and you were unfocused because you kept thinking about Roxanne. You kept thinking about Dom. You got issues with Finn. And it's just like, and you kept using Raquel as a bodyguard, knowing that this is your sister. But here's the thing. Y'all not sisters, because the reality of it is you were moving like Hitler, trying to use Raquel as a fucking tool to take down every single victim that you have put in the fucking stand. Okay? I would say ring, but what I'm trying to say is this. You really think that you're not creating enemies, but you are. Because at the end of the day, you have enemies. Okay? Stephanie's not your enemy. You know that. But you want that belt. You're not going to get it. You want to know why? Because you got to go through Nikki. You got to go through Raquel. You got to go through Roxanne. You got to go through Rhea. You got to go through Io Sky. You got to go through Asuka. You got to go through Lara Vakir. You got to go against all these people that wants that belt. And you're telling me you're going to go through all of them by yourself? No. See, the only way you could go by yourself is if you go by yourself. But every time you go by yourself, you act like you need Raquel. You act like you need Dom. You act like you need help. And it's just like, Liv, when are you going to win a match without help? When are you going to get in the ring and do something independently without you losing? You have done nothing but take L's, little mama. And you want to sit here and lie to the people and say that, hey, I'm a babyface now. Come and cheer for me. Cheer for me. Liv Morgan. Yeah, I got free lemonade for you guys. Look, free lemonade. Lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze. And it's just like, okay, Liv, calm down. We don't want no lemonade right now. We want H2O. We want some water. Okay, we want to stay healthy. We want to stay built. We want to stay strong. That's why we go to the gym every day. Do you go to the gym every day? It seems to me like you don't do nothing but just spend time with your animals all day, cleaning up poop and wiping their ass. And you want to sit here and tell us that you are working out and you're putting in work. What the hell are you doing in your barn besides just cleaning up shit? You tell me. Because it seems to me like you don't do nothing but just spend time with your kitties and spend time with your dogs and spend time with that fat-ass pig in your living room. That's all you do. And now you want to sit here and tell me that this is all, that we're going to look at you as the biggest baby face? No, we're not going to look at you as the biggest baby face. We're not going to look at you at any positive light and positive matter until you break up with Dom. Now, the fans can cheer for you all you want, but they're only cheering because you're back from an injury and you've been gone for 6 months. But once that dies down, it ain't going to be like that. People going to look at you as a mid-carder until you break up from this whole storyline, until you break free like Kelly Clarkson and just break away. Fly away, break away. I want to sing the hook, but I got to remember the lyrics. But you get the point. You got to break away. Okay? Break away. Break away. Like, I'm just saying. Like Al Levine, why you gotta make things so complicated? Huh? It's just like, you know, you act like a fool to me. I'm just saying, you gotta stop playing around, all right? We know you like Dom. Except one problem. You don't like Dom. You only like Dom because he helps you win matches. He helps you win gold. He's kind of like someone you just want to bring around just to keep the petty boys off. Like, you just, like, it's like you see them boys over, what's crazy? People try to say that Liv Morgan had a boyfriend at the red carpet when she was at Stranger Things 5, but they don't realize that the guy that she brung is gay. I seen him before. He was at Coachella with Raquel and CJ Perry and JoJo. This guy is gay and you saying that's her boyfriend? Huh? You guys are okay. Okay. Let's continue. Liv Morgan is still single and Dominic Mysterio is still married to Marie Juliet. Shout out to Marie, we love you. But one thing we don't love is a single bitch hanging around with a married man and she acting like that she sucked his dick yesterday. No, you did not suck his dick. You didn't do anything to that dick. You didn't do anything but just try your best not to touch it, because you know if you touch it, you most likely going to get accused for an affair. And then now how's that going to make a good look on Dom? That he got a divorce from his wife because you want to suck his dick and eat his balls and do all that crazy stuff that these gooners online wants to see and on video. Like, it's just embarrassing, man. It's ridiculous, man. When people don't understand that we are in the middle of a storyline right now, and right now it's getting treated in with no care. And it's just like, how are we supposed to sit here and invest in this storyline when all of this storyline has showed us that this is not going anywhere? Okay? If you want Liv Morgan to get over with the crowd, if you want Liv Morgan to be the main event of everything, Dom has to get away from her. And I think it's going to happen. Matter of fact, I don't want to say I think. I know it's going to happen. At some point, we got to break away. Because if you want to end the storyline, Dom has to break up with Liv. He has to. Either he do it or she do it. And right now, the only thing I can think right now is that if Dominic Mysterio gets kicked out next week, which I hope so, and I hope so, then he can probably work with Roxanne and try to get her away from the Judgment Day to the point where she could portray Finn Balor and those two can work together. And I already know Finn Balor's going to be smiling because he's probably going to be looking like, oh, it worked. It worked. And it's just like, yeah, it worked, except one thing. It worked for him more than it worked for you. Because Roxanne is with Dom now, which means she's probably going to, probably help him win the match against you. And if that happens, who are you going to call? Raquel? Okay. And then what are you going to do with JD? Now I am thinking that they could do something like this. They could do a 6 tag team match where we have Raquel, hold on a second. Raquel, Finn Balor, and JD versus Roxanne, Dom, and Rey Mysterio. Now, if they do something like that, officially he's a babyface. But what do we do with Liv? Do we have her? Because at some point, Liv and Raquel are going to beef, and it's going to happen. And if that happens, maybe Liv Morgan might make peace with Finn, and they might team up. But what are we going to do with Raquel? Because Raquel and Liv are not on the same page, man. So if that happens, then most likely we're going to get Liv versus Raquel. But is it going to be for the belt? I don't know. I'm still waiting for Raquel to go after the belt one more time. So after Nikki and Stephanie, we need Raquel versus Stephanie again. And I want her to win the belt. And then at that point, I don't think Raquel's going to stay with Finn and JD for long. And then at that point, you're going to need Liv Morgan because you need help, because Roxanne, you still got beef with Dom, and you need somebody to help you beat Roxanne. So there you go, right? Finn, JD, Liv versus Dom, Rey, and Roxanne. That can help Roxanne get over, and that can help Dom stay, with his babyface turn, and that can, hopefully, this will be a start to where, Dom and Rey will work together, and they could bury the hatchet. And then hopefully Rey will accept Roxanne for who she is. And if this help her with her babyface turn, then that's great. Because I'm telling you guys, Liv Morgan is not able to be babyface right now because she got enemies. You saw what she did to all these people before she got injured. Rhea, Io Sky, Maxine Dupree, Nick Aldis, Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch, Bailey, you know what I'm saying? Like Alexa Bliss, Gigi Dollins, Tatum Paxley, Kylie Zane. She has really cost these people their opportunities and really screwed them over, including Nia Jax. And Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is healed now. And now, people gonna look at Liv Morgan like she babyface because Jade Cargill is healed. But you don't remember the things that she said? Like, you don't remember the death threats that she put on Twitter? You don't remember that. You do not remember that. Okay, so we supposed to forget. Now, people are not forgetting about with Nikki. But the thing is, whose side are y'all on, Nikki or Liv? Last time I checked, y'all was on Nikki's side. But now that she's healed, you going to be on Liv's side? Oh, give me a break. Nikki didn't do anything wrong to Liv Morgan. She just got mad because she didn't mention her name. But she messed up Stephanie Valkyra's name. So, and if that was the case, why did Stephanie not came out and attack Nikki Bella? She messed up her name. But Liv Morgan comes out because she didn't get her name mentioned? Huh? Make it make sense. Come on. So it's just like, we got to have some accountability. And right now, this storyline needs it. Because everybody blaming each other when they don't realize that Raquel didn't do anything wrong. Roxanne didn't do anything wrong. JD didn't do anything wrong. Well, he didn't do nothing because he's still in part of the storyline and he needs to leave. So it's just like, again, we got 3 people that didn't do absolutely anything wrong. And we're looking at Dom is like he's innocent. And we're looking at Liv like she's innocent. And we're looking at Finn Balor like he's not. Bullshit. Everybody sided with Finn Balor because Finn Balor made it very clear that you told us that you don't need us, so we're walking. And Dominic Mysterio blaming him. Come on, man. Asking where are they? Give me a break, dog. Like, accountability needs to be a must because you want to point the finger at somebody else. When we're going to have accountability? And back to Liz. You guys obviously doing this for money. But how much money you think you going to get off of Liv and Dom? Do you really think that your money is going to help TKO get out of $3 billion in debt? Because think about it. If TKO put a swerve on Liv Morgan's chances of winning the Royal Rumble, then they're in debt even more. Because Saudi Arabia going to want their money back. And you're going to have to pay them back with interest. Interest. Lord have mercy. Listen, TKO would rather get a bad credit score than get a bad reputation in Saudi Arabia. Because you get bad reputation over there, they're going to be on your ass. And they're not playing. So like I said, if you're going to do a swerve, do it in the United States. That way we won't give a fuck. But you doing it over there out of the country. Are you stupid or are you dumb? Like, come on. Word to Mercedes Moné. But it's just like, y'all are playing mind games. Now, either you do the right thing and have Liv Morgan win the Royal Rumble to prevent yourself from debt, or you wait, it's a wrap. That's it. More frustrations out online. Her fans going wild, and Saudi Arabia cut ties with you. It's crazy, man. TKO is going so... I don't know why they keep playing these silly-ass games, bro. This is just ridiculous, man. This is unbearable. Like I don't know, man. This is horrible, man. I mean, you guys can comment down below and give me y'all thoughts, but damn. All we want is some accountability, man. All we want is perseverance. That's it. AP. That's what we want. Accountability and perseverance, Hunter. That's all what we want. We just want accountability and perseverance. Okay? We want everybody to break away from this group, and we want everybody to go their separate ways. Come on. It's obvious you don't care about the storyline. So end it. Please. End it. By Liv and Dom breaking up, Dom getting with Roxanne, Dom making up with his father, Raquel becoming champion, and Finn turning demon, and JD getting the fuck on, rather he go to NXT or get released. So come on. Stop playing. Enough is enough. And stop with the advertisements. We do not want to see Liv and Dom on television. We don't want to see them on social media no more. No more interviews. No more sponsorships. That's enough. It's over. It's time to move on. And anybody that's saying they're not going to move on, eat a dick. Straight like that. Who the hell want to see these two? But nobody knows who they are. You know what I'm saying? This is why I keep comparing Liv Morgan to Akashi 6ix9ine. Because every time he dropped a music video, he would get 100 million views that we looking at these numbers and we're like, is this really real numbers? Because I don't see you on the chart. Next thing you know, he gets exposed because he dropped an album and that clearly he was supposed to get 1 million. I mean, and then next thing you know, his shit went, you take away the bundles and now he's down to 75K? What the fuck? Like, I mean, shit. That's what happened with Liv and Dom. People really thought that Liv and Dom was going to go past Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins' video with Hot Ones. Come to find out, they're still under 2 million in 6 months. And then next thing you know, they drop a video of sneaker shopping and they did like a 500,000. And then they drop a fucking another interview at Billboard and it barely touched 100K. Yeah, bitch, you flopped. Because nobody cares. Billboard don't care. Nobody cares. So stop. Okay? It's done. It's done. All right? So end this shit. All right? Go promote Quavo. Go promote Stephen A. Go promote somebody else. You don't need to promote these two. They're not that popular. Online, yes. Offline, no. So, Liv. Now, I will say this: Liv could Liv can get popular, but the only way she could get popular is if she do more movies. She don't do any movies, then you're not going to get over. You're just going to be another wrestler that just have a gooner fan base, and that's all they care about is you showing off your ass and knowing that Dom is never going to touch it in his entire life. So stop teasing. Enough is enough, all right? The Liv and Dom movement is officially done, and next year it's going to be dead. And it's mainly because you two are the only way. Your relationship status is the only way that we're going to end this Judgment Day storyline. So if we can't get perseverance, this storyline is going to continue. And since you two are still trying to promote each other, at least with Liv Morgan's case, it seems to me like this Judgment Day storyline is never going to end. But we hope it ends. But the only way it can end is if Liv and Dom break up. And that's the only way to do it. So, look, Liz, I get it. You want your money. But if you think a penny and a nickel is going to help you get these two over, then you're wasting your money. Okay? If you can't get $1, then this ain't making you no money. I'm sorry. All right? You're not going to make much off of them. All right? You're not. And this is not going to make people want to go buy the shirts. The shirts that y'all show in that clip, they're not going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody cares. We're trying to get our bills paid. And instead, you want to promote these shirts that our grandfathers and our fathers or mothers bought years ago that we could go get from a local store. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's Walmart or like any other store you could think of, like Goodwill or Salvation Army. You're telling me that we got to go, like, you telling me that we got to waste our hard-earned cash just to go buy shirts and hats for something that we can go get from a local store? Just because, and you want to use Liv and Dom to help you get that kind of sale that you're looking for? You know, it's a shame that Wendy's is going out of business, but Liz is still around. But these malls are going out of business too. So you're telling us we got to buy this online? Are you serious? So you want us to buy shirts and hats when we need food, when we need gas, when we need money for car repairs, for house repairs, for any type of repairs? You want us to waste our money on WWE shirts for $40, $50 when we need that for gas, for food? Because you want to use Liv and Dom to promote that? When I just asked you a question, well, I didn't ask you, but I asked TKO. Does WWE really think that Liv and Dom is going to help them get out of $3 billion in debt? But if Liv Morgan loses at the Royal Rumble, they're probably going to get double, triple on that debt that they owe? Man, fuck this shit, man. Yo, YG, man. Shame these motherfuckers, man.
Ballin', shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Ballin', shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Ballin', shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Ballin', shame on you, shame on you, shame on you.
Yeah, so that's all I need to say, man. I mean, but y'all get in the comment box and let me know what you guys think, man. Is this ever gonna stop, bro? Like, be honest. Are these advertisers of Live and Dom ever gonna stop? Because you're not gonna see it on television. So how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel like enough is enough? Or do you feel like it's not enough until they get their bread? Because we all know TKO don't care about nothing but that dollar. But, however, the Department of Treasury said they're not accepting pennies no more. So why put out an advertisement that's worth pennies and nickels? Because if it's not going to make you $1, then what's the point of this? What's the point? For likes? For more bots to comment down below, Live and Dom forever? You're not going to tell me that's worth it. And we can go on and on about this, but I mean, look, people don't watch TV no more. But it's crazy how people still have TVs in their homes, in their apartments, in their condos, in their vehicles still. And it's like, you guys barely watch television. Y'all spend more time on your phones than you spend more time watching television. I mean, see, I don't have a television. I don't have no TV. I have a laptop, I have an iPhone, and that's it. And that's why I have a Wi-Fi bill and not a cable bill, because I don't need cable. I got my Wi-Fi. I rather spend money on that than spend money on TV. And that's just where I'm at. But I don't know, man. But y'all get in the comment box and y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I got to get back to work. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.